This story happens in the mythic Norse lands, where gods walk among mortals. Kratos, the ghost of Sparta, now a father, stands beside a marked tree in the woods. Faye, his late wife who had marked the tree, wanted her ashes spread from the highest peak of the 9 realms. Kratos begins to cut down the tree. Each swing of his axe, a gift from her, cut deeper into the wood. Though grief weighed heavily on him, his face remained stoic, betraying no emotion. With the final swing, the tree fell. Kratos, resolute and silent, hoisted the fallen trunk onto his shoulders and made his way home. Back at home, Atreus, his son, carefully prepared his mother for her final journey. He whispered his farewell, his heart heavy with sadness. Kratos, having set up the pyre, entered the house. He stood by his wife, saying his last goodbye.
Find your way home. You are free.
With tenderness, he lifted her body and carried her outside, placing her gently on the pyre. As the embers from the axe rose into flames, engulfing the pyre, both father and son stood in solemn silence, mourning their loss. But Kratos wasn't one for lingering on loss. He knew that this journey would test them both, but he needed to see if Atreus had the discipline and focus for what lay ahead. So he decided to go on a hunt. Atreus asked his father,
"What are we hunting?"
You are hunting deer.
Which way?
In the direction of deer.
Atreus follows the tracks through the woods and finally spots the deer.
There it is!
Hold! What are you doing? Now its guard is up. Only fire. Only fire. When I tell you to fire.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Be better. Find it.
Atreus tracked the deer once more and took the shot. As the deer lay on the ground, taking its final breaths, Atreus trembled at the thought of making his first kill. With his father's steady guidance, he mustered the courage to end the deer's suffering, learning a profound lesson in the process. Suddenly, they are ambushed by a giant troll that snatches their hunt. Kratos immediately springs into action, facing the troll alongside his son. After a ferocious battle, Kratos brings down the troll and finishes it off. However, Atreus' actions reveal his lack of focus and discipline. Kratos concludes that his son is not ready to embark on the journey. Both Kratos and Atreus return home. Kratos goes to the burned-down pyre, kneels down, and starts collecting the ashes of his wife, still warm in his hands. He scoops her ashes into a pouch. A flicker of sorrow crosses his hardened face, a rare glimpse of the man beneath the god. As they rested and discussed their journey ahead, their conversation was abruptly interrupted by the arrival of an uninvited stranger at the door. The stranger's sudden appearance brought an air of tension and worry, leaving them wondering about his intentions. Kratos, always wary, tried to send the stranger away, but he wouldn't leave. His taunts pierced the silence, and soon, the god of war's patience snapped. But the stranger rose effortlessly, as if unscathed, and struck Kratos with such immense force that he was sent hurtling through the air. What began with a single punch swiftly escalated into a brutal, bloody battle. Their fierce clash transformed the once serene landscape into a desolate wasteland. Trees snapped like fragile twigs, yet neither of them showed any signs of slowing down. Every punch, every throw, nothing seemed to faze him. He kept coming back, relentless and unyielding. But Kratos would not be defeated. In a final, decisive move, he broke the stranger's neck with a sickening snap. The body fell limp, but deep down, Kratos knew this wasn't over. With the immediate threat seemingly gone, Kratos decided to take Atreus on the perilous journey. Although his son was not yet ready for such an undertaking, they were no longer safe here. Determined, Kratos and Atreus set off to scatter Faye's ashes from the highest peak in all the realms, which they believed to be in Midgard. Kratos and Atreus soon encounter many hurdles in their journey and fend them off. He also imparts wisdom to his son to strengthen him for the journey ahead.
Listen to me. To be effective in combat, a warrior must not feel for his enemy. The road ahead is long and unforgiving. No place for a boy. You must be a warrior.
I understand.
They also meet one of the dwarven Huldra brothers, Brok, who upgraded their weaponry for their journey.
I can enhance her for you right now if it so pleases you, son of a bitch.
They also meet a mysterious but friendly witch of the woods, who also provides help in her own way.
Will we see you again?
As much or as little as you like. Now get out of here.
Under the witch's guidance, Kratos and Atreus arrive at the Lake of Nine, where they encounter the friendly World Serpent, Jörmungandr, the last remaining giant. Intriguingly, the colossal Jörmungandr recognizes Atreus, even though Atreus insists he has never seen the serpent before. Along their journey, they encounter Sindri, the second Huldra brother, who also enhanced their weapons with his expert craftsmanship.
Okay. I will make improvements to the axe.
But nobody asked you to.
Kratos and Atreus make their way to the highest mountain in Midgard. However, their path is obstructed by an impenetrable black breath. The witch from the woods soon arrives and says to Kratos,
The Black Breath is a corruption of magic even I can't dispel. Only the pure light of Alfheim is strong enough to break through.
The witch then helps Kratos and Atreus travel to Alfheim, the realm of the elves, using the Bifrost in Tyr's temple. However, due to a curse placed on her by Odin, she is unable to leave Midgard and is forcibly pulled back to her home after taking only a few steps into Alfheim. Kratos and Atreus make their way through the Temple of Light until they find the true light needed to recharge the exhausted Bifrost. Using this light, they also obtain new light arrows for Atreus's bow. The pair also manage to evict the Dark Elves from the temple, changing the power dynamic in Alfheim in favor of the Light Elves, who have been warring with the Dark Elves for centuries. With the Light of Alfheim, Kratos and Atreus return to the mountain and begin their ascent by dispelling the Black Breath. As they climb, they find themselves facing off against a fearsome lightning dragon. Although they manage to scare it off initially, it returns. This time, father and son join forces and, in a spectacular display of teamwork, bring down the dragon for good. Sindri, whom they saved from the dragon earlier, helped craft a new weapon for Atreus as a sign of gratitude. They finally reach the summit and starts climbing the mountain peak.
Your quiver.
Strap broke when we fought the dragon. It's all right. I can hold it.
Stop. Broken quiver will slow your draw. Pain we endure. Faulty weaponry we do not. This will do for now. Good?
Good.
Go.
When they reach the top of the mountain, they overhear the stranger, along with his nephews, Magni and Modi, sons of Thor, interrogating a mysterious character. They recognize the stranger as Baldur, a Norse god, and the son of Odin. After they leave, Kratos and Atreus emerge from hiding and meet the prisoner.
Who are you?
Me? I'm the greatest ambassador to the gods, the giants, and all the creatures of the Nine Realms. I know every corner of these lands, every language spoken, every war waged, every deal struck. They call me Mimir, smartest man alive. And I have the answer to your every question.
Why does the son of Odin hunt us?
Okay, there are a few gaps in my knowledge.
Mimir informs the duo that they aren't on the tallest peak in all the realms. The tallest peak is actually in Jotunheim, realm of the giants. Unfortunately for Kratos and Atreus, it's impossible to reach Jotunheim from Midgard. Mimir has some ideas on how to get there, but unfortunately, his body has been trapped inside a tree by Odin. So Mimir offers a solution.
First, you need to cut off my head.
Wait, what?
Mimir asks Kratos to lop off his head and take it to the witch in the woods, offering his eternal wisdom in exchange.
Brother, in case you can't resurrect me, there's something you need to know. Boy, the longer you wait to tell him his true nature, the more damage you do. He will resent you, and you may lose him forever.
There is much about me I would not have him know.
So you value your privacy more than your son, eh?
I'm going to cut off your head now.
Fair enough.
Kratos and Atreus quickly bring back the head to the witch in the woods. Although initially reluctant, she agrees to reanimate Mimir's head and brings him back to life.
It worked!
With Mimir's reanimated head now dangling from Kratos' belt and guiding them on their journey, the trio sets out to find a way to Jotunheim. They ask the last living giant for directions,
I've still got it, lads. He remembers me.
And Jörmungandr, the last remaining giant, points them to the resting place of Thamur's corpse. After navigating the eerie and colossal remains of the giant Thamur in their quest for a chisel, the group encounters the formidable sons of Thor, Magni, and Modi.
Surrender. The All-Father demands it.
No.
Good.
This fight is mine, boy. Go.
And where do you think you're going? Oh no, brother. The little freak's got a bow. What are we gonna do?
After a fierce and intense battle, Kratos manages to overpower and kill Magni by burying his axe deep into Magni's skull. Witnessing his brother's brutal death, Modi is overcome with fear and decides to flee the scene, escaping the wrath of Kratos. Kratos and Atreus acquire the chisel, a powerful tool that grants them access to the depths of Tyr's temple. However, a pissed-off Modi ambushes the crew. While he doesn't do any real damage, Atreus collapses with a mysterious illness. Kratos overpowers Modi, but he manages to escape once more. Kratos takes his son to Freya, hoping she can cure him of his illness.
Woman, do you hear me? It is urgent!
I'm still a god. Go away.
The boy has fallen ill! Freya! He is ill.
Inside. This is no ordinary illness. The boy's true nature, your true nature, fights within him.
To heal his son, Freya instructs Kratos to venture into Helheim and retrieve the heart of a specific guardian troll. However, she warns him that due to the extreme cold of Helheim, his icy Leviathan axe will be useless. Kratos returns home and unearths his past by retrieving his iconic Blades of Chaos from beneath the floorboards, only to be haunted by the spirit of Athena.
There's nowhere you can hide, Spartan. Put as much distance between you and the truth as you want. It changes nothing. Pretend to be everything you are not. Teacher, husband, father. But there is one unavoidable truth you will never escape. You cannot change. You will always be a monster.
I know. But I am your monster no longer.
Kratos then travels to the realm of the dead and challenges the Bridgekeeper, the guardian troll. Armed with his Blades of Chaos, Kratos engages in a fierce and brutal battle. His determination and combat skills prevail as he defeats the guardian and, in a gruesome act, rips the heart from the troll's corpse. Freya heals Atreus with the heart delivered by Kratos, and they set off to continue their journey. Along the way, Kratos reveals the truth about himself to his son.
I'm a god, boy. From another land far from here. When I came to these shores, I chose to live as a man. But the truth is, I was born a god. And so were you.
They travel back to the temple and, after overcoming many obstacles, obtain the runestone to Jotunheim. Upon discovering his godhood, Atreus quickly develops a superiority complex and becomes increasingly arrogant.
Let me guess. Your brother isn't as talented as you, and his work is junk.
Those things are accurate. Your point?
It's all you ever talk about, over and over. Do something about it or shut up already.
I see.
Yeah! We're sick of hearing about little people's little problems!
Upon encountering Modi once more, now bruised and battered by Thor, Atreus, despite Kratos' protests, takes matters into his own hands and fatally stabs him.
Nobody cared about him anyways. What's the difference?
There are consequences to killing a god!
Why? How do you know? How do you know?
Watch your tone, boy.
Whatever.
Kratos, Atreus, and Mimir return to the peak where they initially found Mimir and open the gate to Jotunheim. Suddenly, Baldur ambushes the trio at the mountain peak. Amidst the ensuing battle, the bridge to the giant's realm is destroyed. In a moment of confusion, Atreus accidentally fires an arrow at his father. Seizing the opportunity, Baldur kidnaps Atreus and leaps off the peak to retreat. Filled with determination to save his son, Kratos leaps off the mountain peak, his body plunging towards the chasm below. He grabs onto the dragon's scales, clinging precariously to its tail. Kratos subdues Baldur atop his dragon and tears into its wings with his blade. This causes the creature to lose balance, throwing Kratos off. He crash lands at Tyr's temple, cushioning the fall with his shield. Kratos runs to the dragon, now crashing down, and follows Baldur to the temple. Baldur, who has already begun operating the temple to reach the realm of Asgard, declares that it's over. However, Kratos interrupts the process, abruptly transporting them all to a different realm. Baldur, Kratos, and Atreus are sucked deep into Helheim, the realm of the dead. Kratos finally reunites with his son under unfavorable circumstances.
You will listen to me and not speak a word. I am your father, and you, boy, are not yourself. You are too quick to temper. You are rash, insubordinate, and out of control. This will not stand. You will honor your mother and abandon this path you have chosen. It is not too late. This discussion is far from over. We are here because of you, boy. Never forget that.
While escaping from Helheim, they discover Baldur is Freya's son. Desperate to protect him, Freya had cast a spell on Baldur that makes him immune to all physical and magical threats, but also unable to feel any joys of life, causing Baldur to resent his mother. Kratos, Atreus, and Mimir board a ship to escape Helheim, navigating through the icy skies of the realm of the dead while facing numerous foes and challenges. In a dramatic turn of events, they crash into an uncharted hidden chamber of Odin. As they explore, they uncover the stolen shrine of Tyr, revealing secrets even Odin couldn't fathom. With a new path to Jotunheim unveiled, they realize the key lies with the dwarves. Determined, they navigate through the chambers and discover a lift that takes them back to the temple. With the Helheim door malfunctioning, they journey to the World Tree and set their course for Midgard. Upon reaching Midgard, they meet Brok at the forge.
Can you make it?
Is it a weapon? Armor? Or likewise an instrument of war, of which I'm a master at shaping? No? Then forget it. Even if I wanted to make such an insignificant gewgaw, I'm liable to chink my tools working on something so delicate.
Unexpectedly, Sindri offers counsel, and the Huldra brothers come together to forge Tyr's key. With the key in hand, Kratos and Atreus navigate through Tyr's temple, overcoming numerous obstacles. They eventually reach a mirrored room resembling the realm travel room. This room features an upside-down Jotunheim door, which opens to reveal smaller doors that Kratos and Atreus must traverse. They finally succeed in flipping the temple. They return, acquire the Unity Stone, as seen earlier in the shrine at Odin's chamber, and proceed to open the Tower of Jotunheim. First, they must reinstate the Tower of Jotunheim. To do this, they head to the nearest mystic gateway and select the realm between realms. Despite the warnings, Kratos, Mimir, and Atreus decide to venture off the path of the World Tree with the Unity Stone in hand to travel across realms like Tyre. At the edge of the world, the trio literally takes a leap of faith. Despite a long and seemingly dangerous fall, they arrive at the roots of the World Tree, where they find the hidden Jotunheim Tower. Using the Unity Stone with the pedestal, they activate the tower to reinstate it to Midgard, making it accessible from Tyr's temple for travel. As the Unity Stone activates the tower, Kratos and Atreus face an ambush from hordes of enemies. They fight off the enemies until all are defeated. With the battle over, they head outside to find themselves back in Midgard, with the Jotunheim Tower intact. They can now activate the realm travel room to link with the tower. Mimir points out that the gate is missing a crucial crystal needed for transmission, as Tyr had used his own eyes for this purpose. Since Mimir only has one eye, they must find the other. They seek help from Brok and Sindri, who reveal that Odin hid the eye in a statue that the World Serpent had swallowed earlier. They summon the World Serpent and enter its belly to find Mimir's missing eye. Inside the serpent, they navigate through its insides, eventually finding the eye and buried deep within the serpent's stomach. As they make their way back, the serpent suddenly throws them into the air, causing it to vomit them outside. Freya soon arrives at the scene, claiming to be looking for her son. Shortly after, Baldur emerges from the lake and confronts Kratos, ignoring Freya's protests. A fierce battle ensues between Kratos and Baldur, with Freya desperately trying to stop them by encasing them in vines.
I won't let you hurt him.
No, boy.
Fine.
Stop! No! No! Atreus! You're bleeding. Breathe, boy. Breathe!
Not my blood.
What is that? I can feel this. I can feel everything.
As Freya's protection spell over Baldur shatters, the battle between Kratos and Baldur ensues. In a desperate attempt to stop Kratos, Freya reanimates the corpse of the colossal frost giant, Thamur. Although Baldur is now vulnerable, he remains a formidable foe. The father and son, however, work in perfect sync, expertly coordinating their attacks to limit Baldur's movements. Without giving him an inch to breathe or escape, Kratos relentlessly pounds him with blow after blow, each strike more devastating than the last. Baldur is gradually overwhelmed, beaten down into a bloody pulp as Kratos ensures there's no room for reprisal. As Kratos prepared to deliver the final blow, Thamur, the reanimated giant, unleashed a powerful blizzard, engulfing Kratos and Atreus. In a moment of quick thinking, Atreus summoned Jörmungandr, the World Serpent. The massive serpent, answering the call, attacked the giant, causing all three to lose their footing and tumble to the ground. Kratos quickly regained his composure and began to choke Baldur, intending to finish him off. However, heeding his son's advice, Kratos spared Baldur's life. Freya apologizes to Baldur, seeking his forgiveness for having deprived him of the ability to feel anything for centuries, thus ruining his life. Despite her heartfelt plea, Baldur remains unyielding. Freya, in a desperate attempt to make amends, offers to sacrifice her life to bring him happiness. However, Baldur remains resolute in his plan to murder her.
Why do you even care? You could have walked away.
The cycle ends here. Must be better than this.
A grieving Freya swears revenge and taunts Kratos about hiding his true nature. Kratos finally tells Atreus about his past.
Boy! Listen close. I'm from a land called Sparta. I made a deal with a god that cost me my soul. I killed many who were deserving. And many who were not. I killed my father.
That was your father in hell. Is this what it is to be a god? Is this how it always ends? Sons killing their mothers? Their fathers?
No. We will be the gods we choose to be. Not those who have been. Who I was is not who you'll be. We must be better.
Kratos, Atreus, and Mimir set off to Tyr's temple for the final part of their journey. After opening the realm portal to Jotunheim with his eyes, Mimir stays in Midgard with the Huldra brothers, who have since repaired their relationship. Kratos and Atreus start climbing up to the realm of the giants. During a brief stop, Kratos unwraps the bandages around his wrists, finally making peace with the ghosts of his past. He also allows Atreus to carry Faye's ashes up the final stretch of the mountain. The pair reach a temple that the giants constructed after leaving Midgard. As they navigate, the walls give way to reveal an intricate mural that leads to a startling revelation. From the first time Kratos and Atreus met the World Serpent to their fight with Baldur, their entire journey was displayed on the wall. They also discover that Faye was a giant who decided to stay behind in Midgard, making Atreus part god and part giant. They reach the highest peak of all realms after a long journey and fulfill Faye's final wish to spread her ashes from the highest peak. After spreading the ashes, both father and son return home to rest from their long and arduous journey. But the death of Baldur marks the beginning of Fimbulwinter, the eternal blizzard that heralds Ragnarok, the end of all realms. The journey that a father and son began to honor a final wish has now triggered the apocalypse. This will force Kratos and Atreus to confront something much bigger, the Norse pantheon.